Alright, hello, welcome back to a new video, and yesterday we played the United States USA map, the official map of GeoGuessr, which you can find under the classical maps, and we did a no-move game, and I was like kinda acceptable, happy with the score I got, but at the same time I feel like I can improve upon it, and that's what I would like to do today. So I do want to check something, so we're gonna do no move category, no time limit, and maybe if you press play, nah, okay. I thought there was a chance if you do press play, you can do like a challenge mode and you get a link so people can play against you. But apparently that didn't work. Maybe I clicked on something, yeah, I missed a certain menu perhaps. Anyway, let's get into it. Round one. It looks a little bit tropical. Like the tree type stuff. Let's see, can we read what's on there? Christian education building. If I would have to guess, I'd say this, like I'm getting a kind of Florida vibes from this. Like the very tropical looking tree. Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say it's Florida. So Florida is here on the East Coast, United States. I don't think we're in Miami, because Miami to me is like this massive city with high-rise big buildings. We could be near it, or like yeah, like some kind of connecting area, but a bit away from it. What other options do we got? Naples, Fort Myers, Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee. Yeah, maybe we'll go with something quite central and then see what happens. 2 years ago now, or 1 year ago, there was a Hurricane Milton, and I watched the live streams and videos from this region. I think they actually were driving from like Fort Myers to Tampa, maybe, I'm not exactly sure, and it was crazy. Like during the peak of the hurricane, it was really crazy. But I'd say if I had to guess, maybe we'll go with Fort Myers. Why not? Yeah. Let's take a wild guess here, see what happens. Okay, there we go. Not a bad start at all. Like yesterday, we got a 10k score in total, I guess, total score, and today 4.1k start. So it's quite a good start. Quite happy with that. And it was Tampa. It's actually St. Petersburg. I think I know this place name because IndyCar has a race around here actually, or I'm not sure if they still do. I think it's like a street course. I don't think it's like a permanent track. It's like a maybe this is a race course. I'm not sure. I think the IndyCar race here is like a pop-up street course that is like there the week for the race and then it's gone again. But I wouldn't really know where this race takes place on the map. But yeah, good round. 4K score starts, quite good. Okay, next up, Lehi. Not sure what this means. We can see mountains in the background, quite high mountains, at least for what I'm used. I'm getting two ideas just looking at this. Obviously it's no move, so we can't quite move around. Wait, can we read what's on here? No, we cannot. I'm either thinking of California, but at the same time I'm not quite sure if it is. And alternatively, I'm actually thinking of Colorado. At some point I watched some videos from people who lived in Colorado, like YouTube vloggers, I think. I'm not sure what you would call them, like you know, people who do like small trips with a van and they show their house and like they make like video diary type stuff about it. I guess it's called vlogging. And honestly, they lived in a neighborhood. They were from Colorado. I'm not sure where though. And I don't remember the channel name either, sadly. But their house looked really similar to this. And they also had mountains really nearby. I think they possibly were from Boulder. Where is Boulder? Okay, Boulder is like a subsidy of Denver, I guess. Maybe Denver is kind of the only big city in all of Colorado. There's somebody like a pro sporter. I follow motocross and supercross quite a lot, and there's a pro athlete who's really good who's from Colorado, and he's from Cortez or something. But I'm not sure. I think it's a super small place, and I'm not. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, Cortez. But yeah, honestly, I think we'll have to go with something near Denver. Maybe we'll go with Boulder, because in Boulder, I think you kind of look towards the mountainous region. Yeah, why not? Let's risk it. We kind of don't really have too much to go of anyway, so let's give it a try. Okay, not terrible, not great either. Yeah, it's not terrible to be honest. At least geographically we were quite in the region, I guess. One state over, so that's not bad. We're actually in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, I think during Corona COVID period, the sport I was just talking about, motocross or supercross, they had like a residency, I think they called it, and like half of the season was held in one city. So like, because normally it's a full national championship in all of USA, but because of travel restrictions and like virus type spreading issues, they kind of somehow made a deal with Utah, I think. Is it in Utah? Yeah. Where they like held a lot of rounds in Salt Lake City. I forget the name of the stadium. I think they have like a whole sport infrastructure type thing. But yeah, this is kind of the only thing I know Salt Lake City for. But yeah, not a bad round. 2.5k, so total score is now at 6.6 after 2 rounds. Yesterday we got a 10k score and grand total after 5, so potentially we can improve upon it. Sadly, this round is a bit more difficult. I don't think it's going to be near any of the 2 previous rounds for a starter. Trying to look, it's a little bit hilly. You know, if I had to do a mega wild guess, I'd rather say this is like upstate New York or something. Like complete random wild guess without much clue. Can we get a clue? There's a star here. Doesn't Texas use stars? Like the Lone Star State, I think it's called. But that's maybe a very wild guess. I'm not sure if a star on a house is the best indication to make such a guess from. I'm not sure. It feels like a little bit mountainous, but at the same time, not really that much. Would Texas have any kind of hilly terrain going on? Maybe in the north, or maybe like around Dallas. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure what to do here. They got some working vehicle here. In a way, this could be... Nah, it's not gonna be Hawaii, I think. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to do here. This is always the backside, or how do you say it? Like the opposite side of the no move category. It's quite random where they put you. And this is not feeling quite I'm a little bit conflicted about the starting, if I should base my guess on that or not, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go with like this northern area here. Maybe we will take something. Watkins Glen, there's actually a car racetrack there. Very famous racetrack. They used to hold F1 races. I think I'm gonna go with something in upstate New York, but maybe close towards the Pennsylvania border. Because if then we are a bit more inland, more south, then we don't lose that much core. Let's go with Whitney Point. Why not? Whitney Point, upstate New York. Uh, I'm not feeling it. I want something Binghamton. Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, let's go with Binghamton. Let's give it a try. Ah, okay. Map-wise, I actually thought I was gonna be closer, cause like, okay, yeah, it's quite a big distance. I don't know. If you would not show me the distance and show me the line, I'd say maybe like a couple 100 kilometers, but it's actually 1100. Like United States is crazy massive compared to Europe. But yeah, I mean, the idea was not bad. Like geographically, we're kind of again in the correct region, I guess you could say. And we're in Wisconsin. Where exactly are we? Dutchville? What is this called? Hollandale. Wisconsin. Is this where Chicago is? Nah, Chicago is in Illinois, right? Milwaukee. At some point, I actually think I watched a travel documentary. There's a really cool YouTuber, but I forgot his name. From Here to There, I think he's called. And this other region here, like the north of Wisconsin, he traveled there, and it was like crazy how desolate it is. I'm not sure how to explain it better, but like it's very low population and like different lifestyle that you would normally associate with America. Like, I don't know, I really enjoyed looking at it. And yeah, it was very cool video. But yeah, Not a bad round, not good either. Interesting region for me though. Milwaukee, I don't know too much about. Chicago, a little bit. I was watching like rap documentaries at some point last year about O Block, which is in Chicago, which we're quite close to here. But yeah, I'm just rambling. Let's continue. All right, next up. So completely different climate vibe here. Very flat terrain, or yeah, it's very flat terrain. I was for a second confusing if there's a mountain in the background or if it's just clouds, but it's clouds. Okay, never mind. There we got mountainous terrain. So this is giving me either California, Nevada vibes. Like, I've been in SoCal, like I've talked about it in the last video. It's the only place I've been in, and I am getting these vibes a little bit. Like, especially these brown mountain tops. Like when I took certain highways around Los Angeles, once you go out of the populated areas, these mountains were very common. One of my goals was to do a hike to go to the top of one of them, and at some point we did, but it was really not a high one like this. It was like a very small one. But yeah, I think we're gonna be in at least western USA, southwest. Not sure where exactly. There's a train railway here. What options do we got actually? There's like a very famous raised desert, the Glamis Dunes, I think it's called. A little bit of an issue is that I'm not sure where exactly it would be located. Desert Hot Spring. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't like Havasu. California City. Yeah, I'm not completely sure what to do. I think, wait, where's the border? Here's the border with Nevada, and here is Arizona. Maybe we take something in this region, and then we perhaps automatically... Yeah, let's go with Laughlin. Laughlin? The state border is actually the river here. What's the river called? Can we see it? The Colorado River. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I probably should have known that. I don't know, let's go just with something and see what happens. Oh, it was Northern California. I'm not sure if San Francisco is Northern California already. But yeah, not a bad round, kinda. At least geographically, full country-wise, not that far off. 2K score. I think we already passed the score I got yesterday. I wasn't expecting it to be this far north, honestly. Yeah, here's the train railway we saw. Is this still in San Francisco? Probably not. I think it's called different here. Concord. Bay Point. Well, not too bad actually, you know, like 2.2 2K score. Let's see, what's my total now? 9.9K, so we actually have not PB'd yet. But if this round is good, we actually can PB. Okay, this looks like a really nice neighborhood. Like the grass looks crazy beautiful here. Like in my region, I'm not sure how to explain it, but in my region, there's like a lot of woods and farm fields. And if you have grass, it's impossible to have grass this nicely because there's like all kinds of random, I'm not sure what you call it in English, like random other kind of greenery growing in between it. It's hard for me to explain in English. I like certain words to explain it better. But yeah, this grass looks incredibly beautiful. In a way, I'm getting like Florida vibes again a little bit. But at the same time, potentially a little bit further north. What other options do we got then? Like Georgia, perhaps? What other options do we got here? Like these houses look beautiful. This one is blurred. This one looks really cool. It gives me like movie vibes. Like I'm not sure how to explain it. There's like a when you think of USA, like this kind of house makes sense to me to see. Yeah, sadly, like these tree type things give me southern vibes, and I'm getting a little bit of Florida vibes. Scarlet CT. I'm not sure what CT would be. There's CT is the abbreviation of Connecticut, but I'm not sure if the CT is gonna refer to that at all. Could this be Connecticut? I guess technically it could be. Although these trees here look very tropical, I'm not sure if they would grow this far north. I wonder, like, you have DR, which is drive. I'm not sure what CT could mean. Yeah, maybe it's like with the star on the house where I was thinking of Texas. Maybe now it's the same similar thing that I'm seeing CT, and I'm thinking Connecticut. But is it a trick or is it a real clue? That's always the question. Oh, I'm a little bit confused what to do here. Wait, do people have ACs? That might be a good clue. I don't really see AC units, although I'm not sure where American people place them. In EU, they're quite often like on the side of the house or like connected to the house somewhere. Yeah, don't really see AC units, so this could actually mean, like, I think Florida is such a tropical climate that you need AC to survive. So perhaps the CT thing is actually a good indication we could be further north then, because I assume northern states here have better climate or like more European climate. Um, Although saying European is a bit weird because like Spain and Italy are really hot and like my area is a bit colder. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with CT. Why not? New Haven. What other options do we got? Hartford, Danbury, Bridgeport, Middletown, Wallingford. I don't really know too much about Connecticut. I think at some point I watched Casey Neistat vlogging like 10 years ago, maybe longer ago, and I think he went to Connecticut quite often in his vlogs because he had family there. I don't know, that's kind of the only thing I quite know about this. Yeah, let's go with New Haven, Connecticut, why not? Take some greenery, why not? Yeah. Oh, it was further south. It was South Carolina. Yeah, the tropical tree line perhaps did hold a clue. At least we took the correct coast, so there we go. Well, oh yeah, the CT was on here. CT. I'm not sure what the abbreviation of it is. Maybe when I know it or read it, it makes sense, but for now I cannot figure it out. Anyway, let's look at the final score. Well, 11.2k, we did improve the PB. Not by much. Wish it was a bit better, but it was quite fun. Interesting rounds. I liked all of them, and yeah, quite cool. I might do this version, this game a couple more times until I get like a PB that I'm happy with. But for today, we'll take this. It's an improvement. Maybe we'll try to keep improving it until I get like 20,000. But yeah, that's it for today. Have a good weekend and goodbye.